Oh. Sorry.
That was great.
I hate robots.
Fascination and then disgust immediately. Whoa.
Ooh, the church is different today.
His fridge is mostly alcohol, but he just goes and gets a drink.
Damn.
And then mostly alcohol, and then whatever passes is like carrot juice for some reason. That's all that's in his fridge.
Oh, they're gonna get along so well.
It's just, yeah.
Like neon orange. Yeah.
Yeah, carrot juice, parentheses around juice. Is there any place that I have to perhaps plug this in? Maybe?
I don't like that.
I know. I'm just gonna insert this glitching skull crossbones bright red
Into my
thing
skull.
into my head. Yeah,
Put it in someone else's head.
you know what? Hey, listen.
Sorry.
I was literally thinking that. Alright. Fuck it. I'm not putting anyone else in danger. And he will insert it into his head.
Let's go to the graveyard. One. I'm not one.
Amazing.
You know what? Less for me to worry about. He's gonna take the one he has and leave. What? Wow, that would have been a quick campaign.
New character. So the 2 knocks, doesn't answer. Stands there for a second, you see, and then he'll kind of like shrugs his shoulders a little bit, looks down at the floor a moment, looks back up at the door, knocks 2 more times, and then waits.
Okay.
And we'll literally just stand there and wait until something happens.
Soul hates this. This looks exactly like the kind of person he does not want to fucking get involved with.
So a lot happened last session.
Sure did.
To session 0, as one might call it, that turned into an interesting session 0. My favorite thing is we started straight out the bat with Mercy just failing every single roll. So Mercy was having an absolutely normal fucking day with nothing going on around him.
A 2! Even worse.
You ain't perceiving anything.
Nope. Hell no, I'm not. I'm chilling. Yes, absolutely.
Blissfully,
like 4 times.
Blissfully unaware.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great Sunday. Nothing going on.
Until you got home.
Yeah, so okay, after leaving your completely normal, nothing out of the ordinary church service, I will head back home. Yeah.
Wow, what a nice Sunday.
Wow, what a normal Sunday. Okay, yeah.
And opened the envelope, I believe. Even on the way home, you didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Which we now understand from where we left off was shit around you going awry. But that wasn't seen. So it was an ordinary day. And then the unordinary part was when you were sent that USB by your old acquaintance, Amber. And then Soul got a shipment of what was supposed to be augments, but ended up being a big old box of USBs that Soul decided to attack.
Places the package on the ground, and then has the idea to throw his dagger at it. to see if it explodes. Yeah.
Bomb squad.
Like, he has trust issues. Okay. God, please be stupid. It's a 21.
Amazing.
Oh God.
And bring to the graveyard to attack.
He has trust issues.
And then crushed a couple of them.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, and before that, Mercy put the USB in his own head. And saw the vision of this hooded individual, and it acted like a virus in a sense, and melted into Mercy's skull.
So horrific.
Your paths crossed when the USB, that the red USB with this cross and bones that like flickered and shimmered and glitched on top of the red USB, led Mercy to Soul's apartment. During that time, the Dexter units were starting to do like almost like a martial law type thing. They're telling people to go back in their homes. You guys held up in Soul's apartment to where you guys froze, or Mercy specifically froze over the front entrance to Soul's house and found a hatch that led through to downtown, where Soul showed Mercy another USB, and Mercy went fucking feral for the USB.
Yes.
And inserted
Trauma.
it into his memory slot, and during that time, Soul was confronted-ish by a passerby. While that happened, the hooded figure appeared kind of holographically beside Soul and kind of walked around and asked Mercy if Mercy could define the difference between good and evil, essentially. And then Mercy came back to consciousness, and Soul scared the crap out of the guy that was peeking in. And then they proceeded to head further down, where Soul noticed someone watching them, and then proceeded to bunny hop in and out of bushes.
Can Soul check and see if they're being trailed?
I think in your head, Soul, you would hear I can't tell who, but someone has spotted me. I can feel eyes on me. I just cannot spot who it is.
Do you know that video where it's like, don't turn around, but I think that person is looking at you, and then the camera pans away and it goes back and that person's like standing on the table staring back at the person?
Yeah.
I think Soul would immediately turn towards where he feels that gaze coming from and just stare for a second before like jumping into a bush to get out of line of sight and try to get closer.
Not stealthily at all.
Is there like a line of bushes or plants leading there? You just keep like jumping into? He is. Listen, he's gonna go through character development and become a very serious individual. But it's not now.
This
and
is
now,
hilarious.
and that 20 on bunny hopping bushes.
Good shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know exactly where he is. And he just starts like bunny hopping between like these bushes and trees and plants. And you said it was like above the hospital, right? He's going to scale the building, like the vines on the building. Nope.
Ears sticking out of the bushes, then climb the wall like a fucking zombie in a horror movie to confront the individual who was a tiefling, who later ended up identifying himself as Diablo or El Diablo. Mercy picked up on that this individual might have also come into contact with some USBs. They talked a little bit. Soul then proceeded to jump off the balcony and fall flat on his face. Taking damage.
Yep.
And
A
Mercy
hole too.
Mercy walked down the staircase that was literally right next to them.
Listen.
You guys made your way over to the abandoned theater, where you decided that you were gonna just kind of reside a little bit, kind of stay away from the upper levels or the more rich areas, and heavily monitored by the church areas of Viicury. And just as you were like getting settled in on the old TV like screen there, an advertisement popped up, which was the normal Viicury advertisement, except for halfway through it started glitching. And there was like a smiley face person and a sad face person. And then it went red, and you saw the red terminal ad, which was the masked individual. And essentially, you now find yourselves kind of in a weird sort of the middle of what could quite possibly be a revolution. Everyone was just told that everything they'd known and the church tells them is a lie, and that there is a world beyond this one.
Rad.
And if they want to find the truth, then they need to accept the red terminal. And that's kind of where we left off. You guys just saw this big message. You've seen the video. It's in the Discord server.
It's terrifying.
So, what are you guys doing?
Well,
Soul's losing it. I'm just gonna say that.
Straight up
like
tweaking.
Combusting.
straight up losing it. I think Mercy like
roll a Constitution saving throw, Saul.
What? Okay. God. Oh, that boy is. Oh my God. Off to a great start.
Take an
A
adversity token.
Oh,
You
okay.
straight up pass out.
Great.
You're holding your breath so long, and you're like clenching your fists, and your jaw, and all the blood is just like stuck, and you straight up just pass out.
Lovely. Okay.
Roll a d4.
A D4.
Yeah.
Wow. Not off to a good start, bud. A 2.
You're straight up passed out for 2 minutes.
Nice. Oh, how the turntables.
I think Mercy was like looking at the screen after the advertisement went away, and then just after a couple seconds went, "Well, that was pretty fucked up, don't you think?" Oh, well, shit.
I also want you, I didn't mention this last time, I want you to keep track and make a marker for how many USBs you have absorbed.
Oof.
So right now
That's
you're
2
at
so far.
2. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
You got it.
Evil.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. After seeing that that message on the big screen, and after collecting all these USBs, and having spoken to the hooded figure directly, or so you believe, there's this in the back of your mind, like there's like a tingle, like a phantom like brush against your memory port, and you feel like it almost tries to claw into your skull and like push into your brain.
Ugh.
And there's a want that arises with that to immediately track down more USBs, um, to connect again. But you brush it off.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been real messed up if I just simply left you there to go look for It's like, oh, well.
He's dead.
Yeah, I think you'd expect it.
You see like little on Soul's ears. It's like static, but then there's like a circle with a line through it and it's red just to show that he's passed out.
Function's not functioning.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just all right. I guess you look comfortable. How you've fallen. I guess maybe I should just. I think Mercy would just at least make sure he's not in a way that if he needs to throw up, he would choke on it. So he just kind of just turns you over to your side a little bit and then just kind of sits there. I think Mercy, while he is doing this and after he settles, he would like to focus and see if he can hear anything around him that is maybe a little abnormal from once they had first come in.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Shall do. And I will whatchamacall. Yeah. No, never mind. Okay. I don't hear shit. It's a whole lot of nothing.
Alright. Yeah, you're still too focused, I think, on the possibility of this alteration to your memory center, where you now it's like like a white noise, a static in the back of your mind, that you can't get rid of. There's always going to be, you fear, that need to pursue whatever these so-called red terminals are, or red USBs.
Okay.
But you have it under control for right now.
Okay.
I'd say at this point, Soul wakes back up.
Yeah, Soul jolts awake and like kind of grabs, like tries to get his bearings, and he sees Mercy, and he goes, "I had the most insane trippy dream you have ever you'd ever hear. Like there was this guy, and there was some cult, and like I've always dreamed of like leaving the city and like stuff being out there and everything, but like they actually said it, and I was like, oh my god, wow. Anyway, where are we?"
Mm-hmm. So I will say that that dream is true. That's been happening. Apparently there is a world out there, so it's just not just a dream. um we're
You know when
we're in
bunnies
the
are like laying down and then they jolt up like on all fours
Oh
and
yes.
like their ears like that's what Soul does upon hearing.
Whoa. Whoa, all right. um just narrowly tries to make sure I don't get headbutt as you jump up.
Both of you make dexterity checks.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay, it wasn't like outrageously high like I like it has been for stupid things.
You're able to dodge out of the way before you get headbutted.
Okay. Are you okay? You passed out after pointing to the TV where the ad played after we saw the I don't even know if I would call that an advertisement. Whatever it was.
Soul kind of starts pacing back and forth like he's just heard that everybody's dead and like world's ending news for him pretty much, and he starts muttering to himself like no fucking way, no fucking way, like like this can't be real. And then he kind of like gestures towards Mercy and says we gotta figure that out, right? Like we gotta find them, right? Like they're calling to us, obviously, apparently. What do we do?
Honestly, maybe the only lead we have right now are the USBs, the terminals. Um. Oh yeah. Uh. I probably should have mentioned that before I found myself at your doorstep. There was a terminal that was red, and after
Oh,
interacting with
uh,
that, it did lead me to your door, which is why I was there.
okay, so if we're gonna be traveling together in the future, crucial fucking information needs
Yeah,
to be
that's fair.
told to me
Hmm.
immediately. So that's good. The USBs, I'm not too fond of because I'm gonna be honest, hated what happened in that store back there. Don't want to go through that again. But red terminals, red terminals, red terminals. Where's a red terminal? How are we gonna find one of those?
Um, it seems kind of hard because we also are hiding out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Uh, at this point, I think Soul would try to stop and just listen to see if he could hear anything going on around them.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay. Is it with advantage because of the ears?
Yep, if you're just purely listening.
Okay. How do What's the button again?
You right click.
Shift? Nope. Whoa, I don't know what that did. I don't think that was with perception. Maybe it was. Or advantage. Wow. Okay. Was not with advantage. How do
Just
you
roll it again, and then we'll take.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay. It was not doing it before. Oh, okay. So,
Um. So this area is interesting
mm,
because it looks like all of the like the fake plants and shit that they have for the other areas, all the discarded and rotting and old ones are all lined up, like take up most of this area. The only place that you can really walk here is like where you are now, like in between the seats, and then there's like the screen up there, and the shops behind you are all gated up.
mm,
But deep inside one of these gates, um, kind of directly south from where you are,
mm-hmm.
you hear the faint kind of spark and crackling of what sounds like a terminal when it's kind of been running too long without service, without being
Mm.
serviced. And you can hear it faintly, but it's behind the steel gates of this area. People don't go back there. Mercy, make a history check with advantage
Ooh, okay.
Mm.
as this relates to your backstory.
Oh.
Okay. 15.
That's just enough. You remember a time when past this area there was more, for lack of better words, society. This downtown wasn't what it is now. It used to be as vibrant and maintained as the other areas. There was a section of the church down this way that kind of, there was an event that happened, and it's hard because you get glimpses of it like it's a nightmare. So it's hard to tell if this information that you're remembering is true or not. But there was some sort of cataclysmic event here that a lot of people suffered, and this area, everyone kind of moved out of this area. You're pretty sure there's something beyond here, but it's also a no man's land kind of, the unspoken, nobody goes past here because it's not permitted. It's unlivable.
Okay.
So, upon hearing that noise, Saul does that kind of and like holds out his hand to quiet Mercy and tilts his head in the direction of the noise as if he has to be really quiet because somebody's listening, even though it's just a terminal.
uh Mercy looks to be like face is like in concentration, and then you like get his attention, then he just kind of like blinks and like focuses on you, and then just nods his head very slowly.
Soul is going to start sneakily heading over to that sound.
Make a stealth check. Both.
Uh,
If you're both going, if it's just you, just you.
God damn! 10.
You get up to the
My
gate and
plus
you
8.
stub your toe, and it rattles.
Man,
There. How are you getting past this gate? There's no. It's literally blocked off.
can you see anything like in it? Is it
No,
like
there's no light past here. It's, if you want to try a perception check, go for it.
there's always a way.
It'll be at disadvantage because it is pitch black.
We can handle that, right? We can handle that. That's fine. I lied to you.
Yeah, it's nothing, like it's
A 2.
dark.
Okay.
You notice the rattle from the gate kind of echoes a little bit further down.
At this point, Soul turns back to Mercy, seeing or assuming that there's nobody around, and says, "We gotta find a way to get in there. I just have a feeling. I don't know. I hear some shit, and if that shit's happening up on the screen, well, some shit's happening down there."
Mercy had like you had started going away, and then Mercy kind of like waited, like okay, 1, 2, 3, like counted to 10, and then started slowly just walking because he does make a lot of noise, so he just would start to slowly walk. So as he's approaching and he sees where you're pointing, he does nod and says, No, I do think you're correct.
S-
I can't quite recall too much of my memory, but there is something past here. I it it, it evades me at the moment, but yes,
Make a
I think we do
perception
need to go
check
this way.
at disadvantage.
I was gonna say Soul starts shaking Mercy's
Disadvantage.
shoulders, like, you gotta remember.
Okay.
He's like psycho at this point.
I will say, just because some things are for those watching, what you
Uh,
both don't see is deep a little bit past.
yeah.
There is something in the darkness that shifts at the
Well,
presence of the metal rattling. But as soon as it appears, it disappears back into the shadows.
glad we missed that.
I was gonna say Soul would start like hollering. Great. Okay. What was the perception check? Do you know things?
that was you failed it,
Oh,
but I gave
okay.
that just for
Gave
the
gave us that.
audience because y'all suck at your role.
Okay.
But you
At
guys
this
don't see
point.
anything or hear anything. You still hear
Mm,
the little crackling of that terminal.
mm, okay. Hmm. Noticing that Mercy isn't remembering anything, apparently. Soul just kind of gets exasperated and then has an idea. It's an idea he doesn't like. So he gets a little quiet and says, "What did that dude back there say about the stupid things? The one I freaked out. I don't know. He was weird. What'd he say?"
I don't know, what did he say?
You talked to him,
Right.
right?
Yeah, no, these people his way,
His way.
but we just happened to cross him on the way to the theater, so I don't really know exactly what his way is.
Send other people. Send other people. Does anything from the movie that was shown, like, is it the same as the flyers that Soul picked up from that one plaza?
Um, make I'd say make an intelligence check.
Oh, that's gonna suck. 15.
It doesn't appear to be directly connected, although the red terminal video
Hmm.
was introduced by a couple of those
Mm.
like the same type of flyers with the crossing out of the lips and the lyre and all that
Mm.
stuff. But it doesn't
Okay.
it doesn't appear to be like they're two very distinct styles in how they're viewed, right? One is
Mm.
very much red, all red, red terminal, red USBs, red virus, all that. The other one just seems like graffiti, patchwork, like angry people.
Mm. Okay. Ah, another idea. You said
All
the
right.
terminal was near my house, right? The red one that you saw?
It's not near it. It directed me that way though. I was already on my
Mm.
way downtown, and then it pointed me in a different direction.
So what I'm hearing is the only one we know of is that one, and
You know of another one, Mercy.
oh,
Oh.
There's one by the church downtown.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, now that you
yeah.
mention it, I do. I can recall. um, well, I mean, the one near your house. After I interacted with it, it no longer became red, but it still led me in the direction of your place. But there was another red one near the church here on this level.
You're not
Oh,
sure it was red.
fantastic.
You're not sure it was red, but you know there's a
Right.
terminal.
There's a terminal, but I don't know if it's red, but I know there's a terminal that way. Can that gate? Is it like locked? Is it like how is the like is there like a very clear lock on it, or has
You
it been
could
like
do.
soldered together? I think I want to
Yeah.
like try to.
You could do investigation or perception.
I will go with. I'll go with perception.
Why can't we figure out what's on this gate? Oh my god!
The gate is gonna be the new door.
Pain of Skull's existence at this point.
God, you just can't see. It just looks like it comes out of the floor and it goes up into the ceiling. Like there's nothing. They really don't want people going past this area.
Okay. So there's another terminal. It's by the fucking church, but it's better than dealing with the dudes who ransacked my house after we left. So I don't know. Do we have any other option?
No, I don't see another option, but yeah, no, let's not that way, and let me be a bit more prepared now, though I did enjoy the makeup, so thank you. We'll just take a second to concentrate, and then you suddenly see, like, from underneath his collar, because you really haven't seen any other skin because he's fully covered up, but from underneath his collar, it looks like, almost as like like the animation effect of like when glass like frosts over very quickly, or like a some transparent material frosts over. It looks like that, but crawling from underneath his collar, up his neck, over his face, over his horns, literally everything. He looks like he's frosting over, and then that ice, because it looks like you could touch it and it could be ice, shatters, and he looks completely different. He is going to use his single charge of the his masquerade tattoo today.
Okay.
For right now.
What do you look like?
Human. I think he's just like in his thinking, he's like, I don't really spend a lot of time down here. I think I saw somebody with brown hair. Yeah. Maybe brown eyes. Okay. Were they blue? I don't know. Let's go with blue. Blue eyes, brown hair. Is shorter than Mercy's actual height. So so a lot shorter. And then just still wearing the same clothes because it doesn't change the clothes, but like he looks like a human. And then he just kind of like opens his arms and then turns around as like a little slow spin. How do I look?
I'm so happy I have the design now because question marks are gonna appear on Soul's bunny ears for a second before he kind of crosses his arms and starts like checking and leaning side to side, and he goes, "You know what? I prefer it."
I will take that as a compliment. I'll just simply take it as a compliment. That's fine.
Yeah. No, it is a compliment. But if I could make a suggestion, maybe just a little bit more on the height next time, like just so you're, so I can look over you a little bit. I think that would look really good.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Height.
Just writes it down.
Just simply says height, okay, and then nods his head once, and then that's it. And then just kind of turns to look towards where we had entered from to head towards the terminal, and just kind of gestures for you to take the lead.
Soul.
Okay, freaky deaky, let's go.
Soul. You get a notification on your phone.
Fuck.
It's from Dexter.
Oh, what does this bitch want?
The Church of Anthrotology would like to notify you that due to destruction of public property from an incident inside of your house, you are now being fined 1 terabyte.
Like fucking hell I am.
Please deposit the terabyte into a church Dropbox at your earliest convenience. We thank you and bless you with a smile.
And what if I don't?
You reply that.
Yep. What are they gonna do? Kill me? Probably.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
No, here we fucking go. Alright. God. 19.
19.
Amazing.
Why this boy like that?
You get a text back from Dexter
Mm.
that says, "Apologies. Would you like me to mute these types of messages going forward?"
Yes.
Nothing else from
Fantastic.
Dexter when normally he would send you more.
Ah, beautiful. Why didn't they incorporate this shit earlier? Anyway, let's go.
All right, lead the way.
All right, terminal time, baby.
So you guys just straight up walk in there? Are you trying to be stealthy? What are you doing?
Nah, I mean, Mercy looks fine now. We'll probably
Yeah, I
be
think
okay.
we're
Yeah,
just gonna just try to blend in. I think
Okay.
maybe it's more
yeah.
so that.
He's
Okay.
got a weird little walk, but it's okay.
Make a Mercy, make a deception check.
Ah,
Okay.
shit.
Or performance.
It's the same modifier, so I will stick with that deception check.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
You think you're pretty fucking deceptive in this appearance.
Okay.
You guys make your way back up towards the social court. Back where Soul did all that bunny hopping and wall climbing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more crowded here at this time of day. People are going
Mhm.
about their business. I need both of you to make perception checks.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
Well.
13.
Okay. You both kind of notice that you would expect a message like that was seen by both of you, to, when you re-enter the populated areas of Viicury, there to be more panic.
Mm.
But you look around and the screens here, there's not as much as them as there are in like uptown or midtown. And you start to realize maybe the message didn't fully reach everyone here.
Mm.
Like it might have gotten cut off before they could fully see what happened, because it's such a smaller area with smaller electronics going through this area. It's a lot more focused on fake greenery and being more like the world used to be. And you do take note that most of the stuff here was like paper written down, flyers, that kind of stuff, posters, which makes you wonder what it's like in Uptown right now, where everything is electronic. There's advertisements everywhere you look. But here, doesn't seem to be too bad. People are talking amongst themselves. You make your way towards the church. There's a lot more people in the church than would normally be at this time. A lot seem to be praying, and just kind of hanging out in here. But you do see that terminal, and it is blue. It is not red, but it's the only terminal that you've seen since you've been in downtown.
What if Soul walks up and kicks the terminal?
Go ahead and make a unarmed strike against the fucking terminal.
Okay.
Oh, this is great. This is great.
It needs to be red, man. It's a 6.
You go up and you kick it, and nothing happens. And
Damn
someone like walking into the church kind of looks at you strangely, and then continues walking in.
Yeah, keep walking.
Jeez.
Mercy sees you do that and just kind of
Make an
freaks out
intimidation check right now.
Here we go.
Mercy takes 3 big steps away from Saul. Just like, I don't know this person.
It's only a 12. It's okay.
You realize as you say that, the person like halts and like shuffles their feet. It's the same guy that you tormented earlier.
No.
Oh my god.
He's in a whole brand new outfit. His hair has a new style because you yelled at him to change his appearance, get a new fucking look, and he fucking looks at you and he goes, ugh, and he runs off deeper into the church.
The fucking reoccurring NPC.
Yep.
I can't. All right. Well, shit. That didn't work. It's not even red. What do we do now?
Are you yelling that out loud?
Yeah. Yeah. To Mercy, who's like
Okay.
6 steps back.
Okay.
Mercy looks around like, who the hell?
I don't know that person.
Make a deception check, Mercy.
Everybody definitely didn't see you walk in with me.
What'd you get?
You got 12.
Okay. You see a Dexter unit that is draped in kind of like robes. That obviously works for the church here. It has a fake wreath around its neck and stuff. It's meant to match the interior of the church here. Start walking your way. By the way, the church inside is very different from the other church. This one, it's kind of... They took an old section of the mall where there was like almost stands, like, you know, when like there's a section of a mall where the shops aren't deep, they're kind of shallow.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes up and it splits into a staircase, and it has big bright windows, which are obviously fake. And there's trees in here with the pews on the side. It's a lot more like what you would expect a church to be like, in a sense, where the other one was so heavily like screens everywhere. This one's a little bit more dialed down.
Okay. Which direction is that Dexter unit coming up to us from? From the exit or from deeper within?
From deeper within the church, but he's making his way over to you can tell.
Okay. Mercy quickly makes the few steps back forward and reaches as if he's about to kind of grab your forearm, but then stops and then just says, we should leave because that is coming, and then points towards the Dexter unit and kind of starts to walk out of the church.
Yeah. Soul immediately follows suit and almost starts pushing on Mercy to get the fuck out of the church.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, 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 get the
Where
fuck
you,
out,
where
out, out,
where are
out.
you going?
Uh,
We're panicking. We're panicking. Is there any place to just behind or store like we were in earlier or something?
or even like
the
this.
immediate place that you see is the hospital across the way. That's like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's head
sure.
that way to try to lose in the crowd, because there's more of a
Yeah.
crowd,
yeah.
so
Make
let's just
stealth
continue.
checks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Oh my god. So why?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh. I think Saul absolutely shoulder checks a few people
Mhm.
accidentally
Oh, yeah.
because not Saul, I mean Mercy accidentally
Mm.
shoulder checks a few people, but it doesn't look like, because he's much smaller in stature, but suddenly people are getting hit, as you can see Mercy ahead of you moving, so Mercy's not being so careful trying to
Yeah.
get out of the way.
You see the automaton Dexter reach out towards you and is suddenly intercepted by a person that stands in front of them. You
Do
only
we
see
know
the
who this
back.
person is?
You only see the back
Okay.
of them, but they do have horns that come out of their head that extend back, and black long hair that's up in a bun with shaved sides to his head. It is Diablo.
Okay.
He starts questioning the Dexter about the church, essentially, going like, "Oh, what are your services tonight?" and stuff. So he engages in a conversation with the Dexter. As you two
Okay.
both book it into the hospital, but almost trampling people in the crowd as you go.
Yeah.
So there are bystanders that take notice. As you reach inside, Soul, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Can I use the bunny eyes? Advantage on perception check?
Mhm.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, there we go. Was it really horse heads? 11.
You just see the faint. You can't tell which direction they went, but you do see one of your contacts, that you've worked with before, Gray Wolf. He has long silver wolf cut, silver hair. Always in a black get up with a gray shirt underneath. But you see him kind of disappear into the crowd. It is very strange that he would be in this area near the church, but you just faintly see him and then he's gone before you can react. And you
Okay.
guys are inside the hospital. It's just a hallway. With double doors, and there's a couple beds. A lot of weird machinery in here, but you don't right off the bat see anybody. There's a little bit of greenery, like fake greenery, to make you feel better about being in a hospital. It doesn't lead anywhere else. It's just a long hallway that you walk into. It's beds, machinery, and really nothing else.
Okay. So Soul stops for a second and looks at Mercy and says, "You know how we talked about sharing crucial information? Yeah, that's important now. I knew that guy out there. He should not be here."
Mercy just kind of looks over her shoulder and goes, "What guy? What do you mean?"
Like I have contacts, okay, for very specific, not illegal things.
Puts his
And
hands up and goes, "Okay."
yeah, that's right. And he was in the crowd, but like he's never down here. What is going on? And
Well,
that guy, that weird horn guy, like
all right, cool it.
something's happening. Okay. Right. Sorry. My bad. Forgot. You don't look like that right now. So, oops.
Well, Diablo just saved our skins, I'm pretty sure. As far as this other person you saw, what what do they do normally? If you can tell me. Puts his hands up again.
What do they do normally?
He's a smuggler.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He works in, actually, make
No.
make I want to have you make either a history or an insight check to see if you ever found out exactly what he does.
All right. We'll do insight. 21.
21.
Mhm.
Okay, so there are whispers of him working in the area of transporting people from where to where, you're not sure.
Ah.
But sometimes people go missing on purpose or on accident. Or some people don't want to live in a certain area anymore. But you're not allowed to really change where you live.
Hmm. Yeah, he's a taxi driver.
Uh,
Yeah. It's
mm,
a word that we use in my line of work. Basically, he just you know, he uh he helps he
transports?
yeah, but like it's like a tour thing, you know, like with people. Yeah. That's what he does.
Uh, so, a tour guide.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Okay.
the word I'm thinking of.
Mm,
You're
mm.
you're so much smarter than me, man. uh anyway,
Right behind Soul, as he says that, a pixelated person appears. It's and it goes, "Are you in need of assistance?"
so like almost jumps into Mercy's arms and just goes like, "Ah!"
Um, no, sorry. We're not in any need of assistance right now. We just needed a breather. The
Yeah.
crowd was giving us a slight panic attack, so we
Don't worry, if you're
decided to take them
panicking, we
back.
can find out what's wrong. Commencing
Mm,
No.
body scan.
No, no, no,
runs out.
no, no. No, no,
Runs
no,
out.
you don't have to do that. Yep, yep.
Runs out.
Let's go.
Runs outside.
No,
both
no,
of
no,
you,
no, we're okay.
both of you make dexterity checks right now.
we're, we're simply running away from things
The
right now. This is
immediate
what's happening.
panic. Oh my god.
You guys
17.
are fucking lucky. You dodge out of the way as like this doctor essentially begins to just scan the entire hallway, which is what happens when you come into a hospital. They make sure that nobody has weapons, nobody has an infection that can be transferred, viruses, none of that.
Well, we sure have all of those.
Yeah. You guys rush out back into essentially the social court.
Mm.
And everybody appears to be inside the church at this point for the sermon that is going to take place. It is the afternoon one. But here, oddly enough, whereas in Uptown, people, like everyone, would be at church, right? There's still people moving about the social court. There's people that aren't attending.
Okay.
I need you both to make
Mhm.
perception checks for me.
Okay.
All right. We're bound to roll well,
I
right?
know,
Like with perception,
eventually.
but not right now.
8 and 6.
But not right now.
Yeah, not right now.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
All right. So
Mm.
I feel like, all right. Just he does. Mercy does seem a little flustered after having to run and then run again. So
Yeah.
he like opens his mouth and closes his mouth like a couple times, and then just looks at you, and then in your head you hear, "All right, we really got to stop." Simply just running into places to run out right away.
Well, we gotta work on we gotta get you into a workout routine, buddy. Jeez. Um
You could also do well with not talking about red terminals. I think that might have been a little bit more helpful, but I do understand you were
uh
frustrated.
okay. Yeah, okay. I get it. Look, if that stupid robot thing wasn't there, it would have been fine. But of course, typical. And that Diablo guy, now I'm curious about him. Why'd he help us?
I perhaps the church shouldn't yet get a hold of uh us, or specifically me with the things. Again, this is all in your head. He's not speaking out loud.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say right now it's probably a good idea to keep the USBs or anything read in that regard away from church officials or Dexter units. Um, all right, so that terminal was blue
Mm.
for now. I don't know what makes them red. I just happened across it.
Make an Arcana check.
So, yeah.
Mhm.
8.
You have no idea what makes them red.
Yeah. Yes.
Great.
I wish I knew, but I simply don't know. um. Yeah. So we. All right. So we've established that our base right now is the theater. I think that is
Mhm.
good
Yep.
for now, and it's a place we also need to eventually travel down deeper, past that gate.
Mm.
Um. I. So. There are still people walking about, right? Like just kind of meandering. Hmm. Okay, so here's the thing. He kind of Mercy just starts walking towards the theater, just in a direction. So we're not idly standing while we're just like looking at each other. um, so we'll slowly though start to make his way back towards that direction. And say to
Mhm.
you, all right. So either we try to again interact with the terminal at another time. Maybe I'll interact with it. Something different might happen, or we um try to find more. I detest this. Try to find more USBs or look for other terminals. Do you know if there are other terminals in downtown specifically that we can go check out?
Do I?
There are no other terminals. The only one is by the
Okay.
church. But you
Yeah.
Okay.
do know you remember specifically where you saw a red terminal, which was in the graveyard where you dropped all those USBs.
Oh, yeah. Not proud of that. I might know of one, but it's not here.
Okay. Where?
It's in the good old graveyard.
Well, then let's go pay our respects to the dead.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
He starts walking and then stops and goes, can you lead the way? I actually don't know where I need to be going.
Whatever you want, big guy.
Thanks.
Yeah, easily enough, you start making your way back
Mm-hmm.
up towards Midtown.
Mm-hmm.
The more you walk, the more desolate it becomes, the darker it becomes. The a little bit more neon starts to come in until you find your way
Mhm.
on the highway, essentially, to downtown, which is just a long road of graves in fake soil, and fake trees. There's chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. The shops are all closed, but the neon lights and all that remain. As you make your way there and you step into the actual graveyard, you see on some of the screens here those propaganda posters that you saw
Mhm.
before with the with Quicksilver and like liar, fake, the church lies, all that stuff written all over it, and it's glitching and it's shaking on broken TVs that weren't broken
Mhm.
before. It looks like somebody tried to get rid of the message, like they can't get it off. It's a virus, it's stuck. So they tried to smash the TVs, so they're like flickering in a sense of where they're like almost not working. Um,
Mm.
but it is more quiet and desolate than even before. But you're there.
All right.
Mercy will go up to one of the
Mm.
screens.
Mhm.
Hold on. Let me. Maybe I don't have the spell. Maybe I'm thinking of a different thing. Never mind. No. He will go up to one of the screens and just kind of look at the damage and just look at the other TVs that are broken and say, "Hmm, this seems to be an epidemic that the church, someone, is trying to get rid of."
Hmm. Sure seems like it, huh? Which means we know something we shouldn't. Start
Yeah,
like
we should.
elbowing you in the side.
You're connecting with something, but not the actual image of this human male. So you're connecting, and you see him jostling, but you're just like a few inches actually away from where the arm will touch. So you're like hitting his real arm, but it just looks weird. He just looks down.
Okay, that's weird.
All right. Uh, can I take a second here and just concentrate? And I would like to use one of my divine to do divine sense.
hmm
Um, so just simply you stop nudging his arm, and then he just takes a second and closes his eyes. Doesn't say anything to you, but just takes a second and closes his eyes. And even though he's in his disguise, there's a quick second where you see right before he closes his eyes, they flash his real color, that blue, those like blue lizard looking eyes. They kind of flash for a
Mhm.
moment just as he closes them. And then yeah, would like to see if anything nearby is affected by either the hollow spell or if there's any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet of us.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck! Okay.
Alright.
Oh my god, so I'm terrified, but also intrigued.
Mhm.
14?
You
Small
try to
laugh.
detect like the presence of fiend undead, and you feel a sensation in the back of your memory port, and you feel a little across the screen. Some of the pixels turn red, You get the sense that there is both fiendish and undead energy.
Ooh.
Okay.
And for a moment, you see the visage of the hooded figure stare directly at you. You hear a whisper of your name in your ear, and it causes you to turn around involuntarily and take a couple feet, like steps forward, and you hear a slight like crunch underneath your foot. And you lift it up, and you see underneath your foot is a red USB.
No, no.
Nothing, no. Oh, no, buddy. It's okay. You don't need it.
Yeah, no. Wow, that's weird. Who left that there? Oh, what kind of idiot would leave USBs in a graveyard?
Make an insight check, Mercy.
What shall do?
At advantage.
No, it's
Mean.
it's only a 13.
Make a deception check at disadvantage.
Oh man, where am I? Oh wow. Why is that 24?
Amazing.
Jesus!
Amazing.
Holy.
Yeah, Soul has no idea how that USB got there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah, Mercy hears you and just kind of says, "Uh-huh," and then just kneels down and like hesitates. Yeah, hesitates before he touches it, but then we'll pick it up.
You hear, as soon as you pick it up, you hear your name whisper in your ear again, and then the static on the TV before it fizzles and like has a small implosion on the inside, and the screen dies.
Big yikes.
Hmm. Funny finding this here. All right.
Soul kind
I
of like
think
reaches forward with a hand and is like, wait, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
well, I still want to see the terminal you were talking about.
Yeah, terminal.
He drops his hand but still clutches it in his hand. And then it just looks to you. Yeah, can you continue to lead the way? His eyes are kind of shifting around, like he looks really uneasy.
No, boy. Got a druggie on my hands here. All right. Let's see if you can't figure this terminal out.
All right.
Head there.
You head over to the terminal. It's still red.
Mm-hmm.
It's still has the pixelation. It's still like thrumming with that red glow.
Okay. All right. Terminal. Red. Now what?
Excuse me. Last time I simply went up to it, and interacted with it. He's about to, but then looks down at his clenched hand and then holds it out to you. The USB is in his palm. Can you hold on to this for me?
Sure can. Just don't attack me again.
Again?
Yeah. Do what you were gonna do. Forget I said anything.
All right, but you do see his eyes linger on the USB as you take it.
Great,
And then we'll
great.
turn back around and just say, all right, well,
Oh Jesus!
we'll interact with the red terminal.
You place your hand on the terminal.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Yeah.
13.
That is not enough.
Yeah.
You place your hand on it, and immediately
Oops.
that whisper
About
becomes
that.
like a very solid voice right next to you. And Soul, you watch as digital like ones, zeros, numbers all climb out of the terminal and run up Mercy's arms, and then go into his eye sockets, and then just wrap around his eyeball.
Ah, fuck, not again.
Mercy,
Yeah.
I need you to roll a d6 for me.
D6. Oh boy.
Hmm.
3.
Take 3 psychic damage,
Okay.
but you connect with the terminal, and you find yourself in a space that is just numbers, red numbers, running up and down the floor. And you see and hear those numbers turn into like silhouettes of people. And you watch as like it looks like a section of the mall um where the movie theater is, but it extends further out, and there's life here and there's people living here. And then chaos ensues, people start screaming. And the Dexter units start killing people, wiping people out. And the church is telling people to just obey, go back in their home, fine, yada yada. Um, and then you see um, a man in a jacket with the hood up. Again, still just a silhouette, but you can make out the details of the silhouette. Running from these units. And it looks like to you that they're looking specifically for this man, but they're killing anyone that's getting in their way. And you see preachers out in the streets, telling people it's okay, it's just fine. We're just, the church loves you. The church will provide. It's the church's will, and don't worry. People they're not actually killing people. They're just going to sleep. Everything will be fine when they wake up. And then you hear that voice once again say, "How do you define good and evil?" And then you gasp, and you release from the terminal, and you have a need to commune with the USB.
Um, comes to and is like gripping the sides of the terminal very hard. Like you can see uh yeah, because it's still in the human male form, but you see the knuckles go white as he's grasping it. Um, comes forth almost as if he's like lurching forward, and then looks up and looks to you and reaches out a hand and says, "Can you please pass me the USB?"
I don't know if that's a good idea. Soul's like kind of holding it back.
The church. I
The
just
church?
I I just saw the church killing people. I need that USB.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. Uh, mm, shit. You see him like kind of going back and forth, like it's a moral dilemma. He's lifting his hands back and forth like he did when you first met him, and he didn't really know what to do. And
So we
then,
want the truth, right?
well, yeah, but not like if you die, I'm fucked.
It's my body on the line, not yours. It's okay.
So like resonates with that a little too hard. And so he very reluctantly just hands over the USB, closes his eyes, and doesn't pay attention to anything that's about to happen.
Mercy does flinch as the weight of the USB reaches his hand, but that flinch was more to prevent himself from just very immediately like ripping it from your grasp.
Hmm.
But you close your eyes, so you didn't notice the intensity in his face as he flinched. He will take it, and with the other hand still firmly grasping onto the terminal for support, will reach around and put it in the back of his head.
Okay.
Great. Great.
Um, important question.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
This will be your third USB you've slotted in.
Yeah.
You know kind of what to expect. Do you fight the sensation taking over of the USB, or do you just allow it to happen?
This time he doesn't fight.
Okay. You don't need to make any rolls. Nothing appears to happen. You don't feel any different. You don't lose consciousness. You do, however, feel a warm sensation in the back of your skull as something melts into your memory slot. And then like you know when you're extremely warm and you drink
Hmm.
cold water and you could feel it go through your body? That's the sensation you get through your USB port. You feel
Okay.
something spread across your mind. Um, I'm going to say, for the time being, you cannot cast any paladin spells.
Okay.
You feel something
Sounds
has
good.
changed fundamentally, but you can't quite tell what. And you can see on the edge of your vision a little bit of like tinged red.
Ugh.
Okay. Sorry, just give me while I'm writing this down too.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say this is relatively quicker than the other times where had he's taken the USB, or at least the other time that Soul's witnessed?
Make make an Arcana check.
Yeah. 16.
It appears that because you interacted with the red terminal first, that it made you more susceptible to the USB. And now you realize it's because the terminals turn red when somebody sticks a USB inside of them. And they're information hubs for people who have been absorbing the USBs like you.
Um, do you remember when I said I couldn't quite recall what had happened in the area of the theater? I
Mm-hmm.
saw, not in great detail, but I saw glimpses of Dexter units focused on a single figure,
Oh.
and anyone in the way, and not even intentionally in the way, just simply in the path of their intent, killed,
Ah.
while priests followed behind and tried to quell the panic.
Wow. Just one guy, eh? Huh. sounds pretty important.
I think the terminals turn red when somebody implants a USB in the back of their head.
Oh,
So
no
maybe
shit. Wow, that's messed up. Oh, okay. So, first of all, you've seen a lot of shit. Sorry about that. Uh, that figure that they're chasing look familiar at all?
they were hooded,
Hmm.
from what I can tell, but that's it. Um,
Hmm. That
I do
person.
wonder if another one of these and like kind of taps the side of the terminal to make a noise, like the metal
Mhm.
hitting metal. I wonder if another one of these turned on now that I put another one in my head.
Oh.
It's more so in the sense of you get
Mhm.
the idea that you were only able to communicate with it
Uh-huh.
because you put a USB in your head.
Okay, okay. It's not what turns it red.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, okay,
What
okay.
turns it red is somebody puts a USB into the terminal itself.
Mm.
Mm. Okay,
And
okay.
you
Okay.
like Soul if Soul went up to it, it would just lock him out, sort of thing. Like he wouldn't be able to
Okay.
access the terminal. You can
It's not
access it
special.
because you
Because I
have
have right, okay, okay.
Mm.
Uh rewind. Um
Yeah.
okay, if we find any more terminals, unless you unless you are unless you're also willing to be what I'm on, um
Uh.
I can interact with them because I've had the USBs. However, I think maybe someone might be plugging the USBs into these terminals to make them red.
Hmm. So the terminals are drugged up too. Great. All right. Soul kind of gets like a smirk and does a little shrug and is like, "It's your body, like you said. So, I guess it's a terminal hunt at this point."
Yes. I just I'm still wondering the source of these USBs if it wasn't you. Because I thought it was you, which is
Hmm.
why I was at your house.
If we go back, would I be able to find Sunfire? Maybe.
you could go look for some fire if
Okay.
you want.
Yeah. So Soul's little neon ears kind of perk up, and he goes, "I do know where I got them. I'm just not really sure where they came from. We could always try that."
I'm like,
All right. Little little piece of advice. Don't make eye contact. Don't say anything. And maybe all of the weird like stuff that you do with the body. It's not really it's not gonna fly.
so, should I get rid of this then? Gestures just to his visage currently.
No, 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 no. That's fine. Just don't be weird.
Um,
Pretty much.
make an intelligence check. Soul.
Me.
Yes.
All right. 19.
Okay. You're as you say that you go, wait a minute. He's a plain ass looking human. He would definitely stick out like a sore thumb in Midtown. where it's all
Yeah.
neon and elves.
On second thought, you got anything else, or is this it for you? Like, you can do this one or the other one?
Um, if yeah, this is kind of a once a day type of thing. Uh, so I'm stuck like this, or I'm either myself.
So you're tall again. Just bring the horns back.
Um, just shrugs, and as the downward
Hello?
motion of the shoulders happen, the vis
Hold on, I'm
the
being
the human
attacked.
apparates. Oh,
Hold on.
oh,
Hmm?
cats,
Sir,
cats.
sir, he just tried to climb up my fucking back.
Oh, there's a beast.
Hi, can you lay there? Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry, that fucking
No,
hurt.
you're good. Oh, I know the claws.
Oh god.
But yeah, we'll just kind of go, all right, and then shrugs, and then on the downward motion of the shrugs, the human visage just kind of like dissipates like cold air as it like drops heavily to the floor and then disappears, and he's himself again.
Hmm.
All right, so just no eye contact. Don't be weird. Don't speak.
Yep.
Got
Sounds
it.
about right.
3
Mhm.
rules, simple enough.
All right. Let's go find my weird little angry man friend.
Are you guys being stealthy about this, or are you just going?
Mm, I mean, maybe is there anything around here that I should be aware of? Should I
Well,
kind of like
the
tangle
last
up?
time you were here,
Yeah.
there were Dexter units looking around and martial law was declared.
Oh, right, it was here.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to just like scope the area out maybe.
Make a survival check.
Ooh. 3.
It's totally fine. Everything seems back to normal.
I don't believe you. Okay. Uh there's some evil guys around here, so maybe we should be careful.
Nope. You think it's totally
Nope.
fine. You failed your roll
Yeah,
real bad.
that's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I can't remember that there's some evil guys from before,
You
or
figured it all blew over because Dexter said you were
okay.
fine. You were
Okay.
fined, so you just owe them money.
That's true. Okay. All right, let's go.
All right. We'll follow you. But we'll try to like I think Mercy will try to just be mindful and would like to keep an eye out. Um I think he's a little bit more paranoid
Yeah,
now than he was before.
make a perception check as you walk through this area.
16.
16. It's interesting because there is an aspect to what Soul is perceiving that is true, that it is a lot less populated.
Mhm.
But as you get more towards the downtown highway and those um, sort of midtown highway, sorry, midtown to downtown, and it becomes more like vibrant and populated and less like doomsday fucking graveyard bullshit. There's not a lot of people out. You do notice that some of the screens have been just plain shut off, where normally there would be a little bit of not as much advertisements as like uptown where it's everywhere, but there's still more advertisements than downtown.
Mm.
Um, you maybe see one or two people, and they look a little disheveled. Church would be getting out at this time, but the vastness of this area does not equate to everyone being in church in Uptown
Hmm.
because there is no church in Midtown. It's the midpoint. Um, but it's just a little off.
In your head, so you would hear, there are less people out than there should be. We should be on our toes.
Ah, I think you are right. Let's not draw attention to ourselves then.
Could we try to do stealth checks to try to maybe not be so visible or stay within like I don't know, like shadowed areas if we can. I know there's a lot of neon, but like to try to quickly but quietly move through this place.
Sure, I'll let you
Ote ote.
Okay. Where am
Not great, but I will. That's okay.
I? It's okay.
I'll-
I'll try and make up for
do. Holy shit.
it.
Yeah, I would say Soul, you're kind of guiding Mercy a little bit. Be a little bit
Hmm.
sneakier. It's kind of like, would you like step a little lighter? Would you like move this way? You know.
Mhm.
But you make your way up the downtown highway and towards the water park. You start making your way around it. And the water park is
Hmm.
not really like a water park per se, but it's just like an area um that you can walk around that's water. Some
Hmm.
people like to, you know, play in it. Um, but it's the water isn't like everything else here, right? It's
Hmm.
a little bit plastic, a little bit just not, a little bit off, not real. Just doesn't have that natural feeling.
Hmm.
You guys are stealthy because of Soul. So what you do notice is as you're kind of walking by the water park, you see a body that is upside down facing the water, just kind of drifting. You kind of
Oh.
look around, and you see a lot of broken screens. There's a terminal that was ripped out of the floor.
Hmm.
Um, you see shattered glass. You don't really see any.
Just to reiterate so I can hear, because I think it cut out for me a little bit. There's a body floating in the water, face down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um,
Okay.
from what we can see, can we? Does it look to like be someone who should like who we would expect to like live or move about in this area, or does it look like someone else, like from another level, maybe?
Make. Are you getting close to the body, or are you staying where you are?
Saying where I'm at first.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. No, no, can't see
Mhm.
shit. 4.
Yeah, it's a little too far. You're not entirely sure.
Mm. Hmm. Does Soul want to walk up to it? I feel like, yeah, Soul would sneak over there.
Okay. How close are you getting?
Close enough to. Is there anything to hide behind nearby?
Um, not really. So you're
Hmm.
kind of in a weird. It's kind of open. Like there's little like areas with like trees and stuff in it. So
Mm-hmm.
possibly you could hide in one of the trees, but um,
Okay.
there's not a whole lot of coverage. It is in the middle of everything. Um, and the open area where the water is, it's like open and then there's a tree, and then it's open and then there's a tree. You know, like in a.
Hmm. Okay.
But you could attempt to, if you want to stay a little bit back from it, you could attempt to hide in a fucking bush.
Yeah.
Because there is one in the middle of this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So make a stealth check.
Okay. $20.
Nice. Okay, so I'll have you make a perception check.
Okay. It's not gonna be good. Oh! It's almost a nat 20. Kill me. 12.
12. From
Yeah.
this close, you can see that this person is an elf.
Mm.
Not one that you're necessarily familiar with. They do have
Mm.
a lot of like neon augments on their body.
Mm.
Their hair has like at the ends of it, it turns into like little LED lights. And they're all
Mm.
like kind of like twitching a little bit, and a little
Okay.
bit. Some of them are like red at the end.
Mm.
Um, and you swear you see under their skin kind of like ants crawling, a little like ones and zeros, like numbers
Okay.
that are
Yeah.
red. Um, but you can't make out much more unless you get closer.
I guess.
Soul
Gotta get.
Soul didn't move, but he sees you and just in your head you hear, "Is everything okay?"
Soul kind of like does that hand gesture of like, yeah, it's fine, like just waves Mercy off from from the tree. um I want to get closer.
Okay, how
I'm curious.
close do you get?
Mm, I mean, till I'm kind of like on the edge, I think, of one of
You're already there.
those.
So the
Oh,
body
I
is
guess, yeah.
about 10 feet from you.
Oh, okay.
To get any more
um
information, you would have to do
yeah.
an investigation check. So you would have to
Yes.
go up to the body and interact with it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's do
Okay,
that.
you go up to the body. As you
Mm-hmm.
get closer, you could see in the water underneath the body where the neon
Mm-hmm.
lights on this person, a lot of them
Mm-hmm.
are like a yellow. They're
Mm-hmm.
turning red.
Oh,
You can see
okay.
underneath them, like, you know, a car that has neon lights underneath it? It kind
Mm-hmm.
of does that, like, in the water below.
Kind of fucked up.
You
Okay.
you lean and you like start to touch it,
Mm-hmm.
and immediately numbers run up your hand. I need you
No.
to make a wisdom saving
Fuck.
throw for me.
Fuck.
Oh shit!
No. He's stupid. Oh my god.
You immediately freak out
Uh-huh.
and freeze up.
Great.
This person's arm grabs your wrist,
Oh my god.
and its head shoots up, and its entire eyes are red, like glowing red.
Hmm.
And in like the teeth, out from the teeth of the mouth, comes like a red light, and you hear them say, "Run!" And
Okay.
just as they say that, Mercy,
Yes.
you see on the other side of the pool two Dexter units slowly rotate and sit up.
Great.
And they start yelling, "Danger! You are in danger! You are danger! You are danger! I need you both
Oh.
to roll for initiative."
Oh,
This is
oh
where it
boy.
gets bad. Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. I have to remember where initiative is.
It's at the top.
Oh, there it
It's
is.
next
Okay.
to your armor class.
Yeah, I got it. I'm just blind.
I'm blind.
So, hey, same?
What's your dexterity, both of you, bonus? Like,
+1.
+2.
okay, so you go first. Let me roll. Let me roll for my boys. Hold
I don't remember how combat works. This is gonna be so interesting.
on. It'll be fine.
hmm
Oh, that was almost a 20.
Terrifying.
Instead, it's a 6. Damn it.
Okay.
All right. So you're up first. So what do you do? So you have an
Okay, so
action
there's.
and a bonus
Mhm.
action.
Yeah.
And movement.
Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, how close is Soul to the boys?
About 20 feet.
About 20 feet. All right. Um.
Oh my god. My cat just scared the fuck out of me. I looked over
Oh,
and because
shit.
I have my jacket in a little hamper thing and it's black and I looked over and all of a sudden there's just two eyes. She's
Oh,
laying
shit.
on my jacket. I didn't even see her.
Okay. I guess he's gonna dash over there.
You're gonna run towards them?
Yep.
Okay. There's one on the left and one on the right. Which one are you going after?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Uh. Okay. Bonus action. Is that like an every turn thing?
Yeah.
Question
So
mark?
you have an action. You can do an action, and then after that, you can
Yep.
do a bonus action.
Okay. So.
Or if you want to reverse.
Yeah. Uh. Okay. Uh. God, I don't know.
You could attack.
Maybe I'm reading this wrong.
You have your daggers that you can do.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
returning
Can
daggers.
I? Okay.
Um, you can't do sneak attack because there's nobody with it,
Yeah.
no ally within. You know.
hmm Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm reading the bonus action page, but for some reason my brain's not connecting that I can use the daggers. But I would just do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So make an attack with your dagger.
Okay. 22.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Six.
6. Nice. Um, you run up and you just stab one of the Dexter units.
Yep.
But now you're in combat with it. Is there any bonus
Great.
actions that you wanna?
Oh, that wasn't a bonus action.
No, that was an action.
Okay. I will.
You can disengage, and then you still have 10 feet of movement to move back from this thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably. Yeah. Good old
Okay,
rogue style. Disengage.
perfect.
hmm
Alright, Mercy, it's now your turn.
So, because Soul did go on ahead to the body, how far away am I from the 2 Dexter units?
I would say you're about 45 feet or so.
Okay. Is that body also still up that had grabbed Soul? Is that like person still up, or have they like collapsed
No,
again?
they
Like,
collapsed again.
Mm.
okay. Um, all
But
right.
you do notice that all the red is gone.
Okay.
Make a perception check for me.
Yeah. Let's give that a shot. That's 11.
You do notice that looking for Soul in his bunny ears.
Mhm.
For a moment, you see like the crawling of red numbers just in his bunny ears.
Okay. Hmm. That's a problem for after this. So he will run forward, full movement speed, so 30. And because it was on the opposite side of the pool, I'd probably have to like go through the water in order to do this, right?
Yeah.
Like to get up to the perfect. Great. So you do hear a splash behind you, Soul, is you can hear the footsteps of Mercy just sprinting forward. However, like on the second or third step through the water as he's moving, Mercy is going to expend 2 sorcery points to do Quicken spell, and is going to cast Armor of Agathis on himself. Um, let's see. We will do that at. We will do that at. Hello, are you working? Because this is my racial thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, that would be cast at first level. So let me go ahead and mark that slot off. So as he's moving, the water as it's splashing is actually crawling up and turning into solid ice along the outside of his armor, just to give him a little bit of extra protection as like mist is still behind him as he's continuing to move forward. So that was a bonus action, and then as an action because he's still 15 feet away from where all of this is actually happening, he's going to then as an action cast let's go Ray of Frost. He reaches a hand out. He reaches a hand out, and then from the center of his palm, it grows a bright blue, and then a beam of frost just comes out and will hit the not the one that you hit, but the one right next to it. So not the one that hasn't been damaged yet. So we'll attempt to do that. Let me see. Let me see. Ranged spell attack. Okay, so let me go ahead and roll for that. 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. So that Dexter unit takes 3 frost damage. However, its speed is also now reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Nice.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay. The one engaged in combat with Soul is going to you watch as it like rotates its wrist and a um like a nightstick comes out,
Oh.
and then it extends out into like a staff, and then it catches like an electrical current along it,
Hmm.
and it repeats, "You are in danger," and then it glitches and it says, "You are danger," and it takes a swing at you.
Okay.
And it definitely hits. Let me roll. You take 12 bludgeoning damage and 6 lightning damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Constitution saving 11.
You are electrified by this staff. And until the end of your next turn, your speed is halved. You can only move 15 feet.
Okay, how much damage did you say again?
12, and then I believe it was 6.
So 18.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. I'm in danger.
That's the end of its turn. The other one is going to hit Mercy. Oh, fuck. That's a 1. It swings, it like takes the staff out, and the ice it like slips on the ice a little bit, and it swings wide and it misses you.
Damn.
Mercy does look to it and just smiles.
Hello, son. How can I help you? And that's the end of their turn.
Okay.
Soul, it's your turn.
Okay. Did it. What do I have?
You do,
Hmm?
You do have magic weapon.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
It's a bonus action, so you could imbue your dagger with +1 bonus to attack and damage. So whatever you roll for attack, you add 1. Whatever
Okay.
you roll for damage, you add 1.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. Okay. So then... Well... 7.
That unfortunately does not hit.
Cool. Okay, so that was the bonus action.
So you used your bonus action and your action. You still have
and the
15,
action.
but you're now locked in combat with this thing as it stepped into your space again. So you really don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll start praying.
Okay. Mercy, is your turn.
Okay. So I am currently engaged in combat with one. However, Soul and the one that he's with is still 15 feet away, right?
No, he's like maybe 5, 10 feet away. The units spawned next to each other, but they were just like opposite sides. They're not that far apart.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Is there a way that I can move around this current Dexter unit to be within 5 feet of Soul without provoking an opportunity attack, or would I have to provoke in order to get closer to Soul?
I would say you could, if you put yourself, you would have to put yourself in between the 2 units in order to get closer to Soul.
So like pincering myself between the 2, right? Is what you mean?
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I shan't do that just yet then. I will go ahead and Why did I pick the one that makes noise? So I won't do that spell. I will not do Booming Blade right now. But
Come on, why not?
yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and
Sir, can I help you?
sorry, I'm just double checking my features
Oh, you're
and
totally fine.
stuff. Yeah, okay. I am going to I'll just actually what I will do is I will no, I will. I'll just swing at this fool with my war pick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what I will do. Let's go. 24 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay, cool. So after that initial miss, when Mercy smiles at the Dexter creature, he goes, "My turn," and just does an uppercut with the sharp end of the war pick. After he extends it outward, like the same, like theirs turns into a staff, his turns into a war pick, and
Mhm.
swings upward to go underneath the chin of this unit point first. And that's 10 piercing damage.
It is
And
looking rough.
Mhm.
These
good.
aren't necessarily built to endure long combat. As you would now like recall, they're meant to keep the peace. Um,
Yeah.
you know, long combat, not so much.
Okay.
But they do
Okay.
pack a punch if they get close enough to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Youch.
Full nose.
Yeah. I think so I know you said that he can't do paladin spells.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to assume that this also involves divine smite, but I think he would try to divine smite at first level, so I would like to expend that spell slot to give it a shot because I
Okay.
think he's not yet aware that
Where
that function.
this is where we get to do a fun thing.
Yay.
Where do you think he reaches when he tries to do his divine smite? Like, what does he channel?
I think currently his emotions are thinking about the vision that he saw when he interacted with that terminal. So I think he's thinking in regards of like I don't want to say vengeance, but a sense of justice and what is right
Mm-hmm.
is where he's trying to pull this extra energy from that he typically will kind of go into when he does normally use it.
Normally, I would say it has a kind of blue frost kind of aura to it and look.
Hmm.
As he kind of thinks a little bit back towards what he saw, he feels those numbers crawl across his skin, under his skin, like he had before. And it kind of, I'm gonna say it works, but it's tinged red. Your smite. And it's very apparent to you that you kind of reached somewhere else you didn't know you were capable of reaching. And it comes from a very different place, but it's adjacent and parallel in a way that's strange.
Okay. I think so I let me roll the extra
Hmm.
damage
Yeah,
then
go
that
for it.
comes with that. I think that's a extra 2d8 radiant. So let me go ahead and roll those 2d8. That's an extra 13 damage on top of that
It
initial hit.
You watch as you pierce it with your divine smite, and all of a sudden at its core, you see like a virus spreading the numbers, the red numbers, and it spreads out and consumes this Dexter's body, and then starts breaking all of its joints, and it just explodes internally and falls apart.
Hmm.
He will tilt his head at the feeling of when that Divine Smite did go through,
Mhm.
and just that's different. Will then use because he still has 30 feet of movement. Will then use his movement speed to flank behind the other Dexter unit with Soul.
Okay. See, sir.
There's a Dexter bird on the loose.
There's, he just, it, that was very rude. Okay, yeah, you lay back down. Sorry. Bloopers. This one now sees you as more of a threat. So
Okay.
it is going to try to attack you.
You're so nice to me.
Well,
Me and
no,
my measly little 13 HP.
he just exploded his fucking buddy. So you know, okay, that does hit.
Okay.
You take. Hold on, sorry. What? Oh, he was stuck. He got stuck. Sorry.
Oh no.
You take. Oof. 20 points of damage
Okay.
plus 9 lightning damage. I need you to make a Constitution
Jeez.
saving throw.
Shall do so. That was a 10. I think uh recalibrating. I'm looking at my notes. um
I think you have an
I th-
augment for that, don't you?
I do. So, yeah, I was just just making sure I read it correctly. Yeah. So yeah, so you see Mercy absolutely get just clobbered. And then you see once that electricity, he does seize and like grabs where it's touching him, so he's grabbing onto the staff itself. And you see him seize, but then after a moment you hear a little bit of, I don't want to say like, like a like pressurized air almost. There's a little bit of a hiss all of a sudden. And you see Mercy suddenly regain something as he is trying to withstand this. So I would like to use one use of my exoskeletal spine to try to re-roll that Constitution
Go
save.
for it.
All right.
I got 2 more.
2 more. Not enough. You are stunned by this, like zapped. Your speed is halved until the end of your next turn. Oh, it's your turn.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, I do have one question. I'm under the stun condition, or my speed is just halved?
No, your speed is just halved. It's like a stun gun, but it doesn't give the stun condition. It just halves your movement.
Right. And then so also because once he hit that icy armor, then shattered into shards and then pierced into this creature as it takes 5 cold damage from my armor of Agathis, and that armor is no more.
It's looking rough.
And then also so you see that even though Mercy is trying, it's not working, and he like bares his teeth, and as you see him baring his teeth, like his teeth, his eyes, like all like his horns suddenly grow like a really bright blue, like an icy blue, and will suddenly the air, even you can feel it, the air around gets very, very cold, and I shall, as a reaction, icy rebuke this creature.
Hey.
All right, so let me see. I hope it works. 14 to hit? Oh, that's what? That says 11, but my dice looks like a 13. Okay. Strange.
We'll take the 13.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I believe you.
13 plus 3 is 17, though, to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. It will now take 13 cold damage.
How do you want to do this?
I think I think he kind of actually what he would do is like as the air gets colder and he's still grasping onto the staff, he pulls it closer to him and like doesn't like and then will grab its head, looks like he's yelling but isn't actually yelling, and instead, seen his breath be cold. He has a silent yell as that breath crystallizes and crushes this unit into like imploding inwards as the air itself seems to like physically crush it like with pressure.
Good shit. Yeah, you absolutely. The half of this water in this water park is just straight up frozen.
Ah, ice rink.
You
Cool.
notice the numbers on Soul's ears.
Yeah, Soul is like clutching his poor arm, kind
I
of looking
need
at
you to
like,
make
I'm
a
glad that I'm on your
wisdom.
side.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Me?
No, not Soul,
Oh.
Mercy, because you
Oh,
have
boy.
3 USBs that you have absorbed.
Yeah.
Ah.
You say that to him and you see his eyes are like downwards looking at this Dexter unit, and he's just panting, and you can see the breath with every pant. He looks fucked up. Like
Yeah.
as he's breathing, some blood is falling.
Great.
Yeah. I would say the blood itself does look a little bit like a dark blue reddish tint. It's not quite what you
Yeah.
might expect. And let me commence my wisdom save. 15.
15.
Oof.
That is not enough.
No. Oh no.
Oh, fun.
You see this red virus in Soul's ears that have nowhere to go, that desperately need to get out, but they can't. The ears are technically connected to Soul's brain, but there's a barrier there that they can't get through in order to intercept with the brain. It has a specific route it needs to go in order for this virus to be effective, essentially. You reach out and you touch Soul's ears.
Oh, can Soul dodge that?
Go for it, try. Make a dexterity check.
Yeah. Go back, panting to looking up at you and you hear him say, "Shit, they need to be freed. They need to be freed."
No, I don't think so.
You
It's a
try
10.
you try to dodge, yeah, it's not enough. I'm rolling for this. You're not rolling, Mercy.
Oh.
Fair.
It's definitely not enough. You
Okay.
grab onto his ears and you hear the hissing and like digital noise of something moving from your ears onto Mercy's fingertips and
Oh,
skin, and you watch it consume.
great.
Mercy,
Yeah.
I have a proposition for you.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
You watch.
Jesus.
You watch as behind Soul, you see the unknown appear. That visage in the hood.
Mhm.
You hear he's standing in front of you, but you hear his voice behind you. He says, "You've seen what they can do, what they did. Where that's gotten us, where that's gotten you. They need to be stopped. I can stop them. We can stop them. All you have to do is accept me and let me in.
Cold.
I have a proposition for you.
Uh-huh.
You can try to resist, and we can play that out, and we can see what happens and stay on your paladin path and your sorcerer route. Or you can give in and rewrite your character with a new class.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh. Duh, temptation, Derek. Mercy stares holes into the figure as he hears the voice from behind him, but just stares at it. Probably still holding the ears, but it's just
Yeah, Soul's not having a good time right now.
and he thinks about the images of the death. He thinks about why he's no longer a true believer in the church. Before this all ever happened, he thinks of his friend who disappeared. And he gives one nod in acceptance.
Alright.
Ooh.
You feel your paladin oath break. This is
Oh my
something
God.
fundamentally different.
Mhm.
You could feel. You see just. Soul sees Mercy become pale white.
Ugh.
And then you see those letters crawling, numbers crawling under his skin like ants. You
Not
feel
good, not
all
good,
the
not good, not
magic
good.
drain from your body and burn away. And
No.
you see in front of you, appearing in like a digital format, holographic kind of form, is like this huge letter. And there's words that you can't understand yet, but at the end of it requires a signature.
Ooh. Ah!
And you reach out without even thinking as you've broken your oath and you feel your magic gone and you sign your name
Oof.
and it disappears and you feel the deity you have been talking to feel satiated. And you can feel something burn in your chest. And Soul, you watch as an emblem of a heptagram burn on Mercy's chest, his flesh,
Hmm.
and immediately scar over.
Hmm.
And it's red. I would like you to go into. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. Give me 1 second.
No! Terrified, but
Uh,
excited. Oh shit. Well, there won't be consequences for that at any point in
no,
the
not
future.
at all.
Not at all.
Jesus. Fine, just sever your bond with your oath and
Yeah,
pledge
you
yourself
know,
to some
Nothing
cultish
wrong.
nothing wrong with that.
I'm
Yeah.
going to let you.
What's one cult for another, you know?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
yeah.
you fill out the rest of this,
Okay.
but I would like you to refresh your character sheet.
Oh man, I'm
Oh.
scared. Hello?
Ooh.
Hello?
You have to go. You're gonna have to go in and pick all your spells and pick all your class features and stuff. But I did what contract. I picked your contract for you
Oh, lovely.
and your new class.
Amazing.
Huh.
Oh boy.
I think tonight that's where we'll end. It'll be like a shorter little game.
Yeah, I mean that's
Um,
okay.
Sounds
because
good
sounds
timing
great.
for me.
it's
so-
already 9 o'clock.
Yeah. God, what the
But
fuck?
I know. Let me just grab your ears for. Just give me those ears for
Yeah.
a moment. Don't worry
Give
about
me your
it.
ears so I can break my bond with my fucking. Okay.
I think those ears are gonna fundamentally change me. Give me them.
This is the thing that's gonna traumatize Soul, is the fact that you just like gave up your whole fucking life's path by touching his ears.
Traumatize or empower, because that's quite a bit of power. All I
Yeah.
had to do was touch you.
That is true. He definitely get a big head.
He's like, I am a god. I can change people's courses.
We're in a cult now.
You're
Let's
in a
fucking
cult
go.
now. So
This is like
you,
what he's
Amazing.
always
so
wanted.
you are now an ill rigger, architect
God.
of ruin. Is your
Whoa,
is your contract?
that's dope as hell. I can't wait to get into this.
I was like, if anybody would like this, fuck the Oathbreaker. Let's go for a whole new fucking class, brother.
Oh my god.
There's so much shit. There is so much shit. We're gonna have fun looking into this tonight. I'm not gonna do all of your shit because I want you to be able to pick out like
Uh-huh.
what you want
Uh-huh.
for it. But
Oh, this is great.
it's crazy. It's
love it.
crazy.
You're gonna need it because thank
There's
you for
new
hard
s-
carrying me through
there's-
that combat.
I will.
You're so welcome. No, you did great. You did great though. You did great. I know you said you were a little
I
rusty.
was like
but
reading things like the whole time, and I was like, I don't understand English right now.
I want to hit. How
Yeah,
do
I
I
want
hit?
to hit? Can I hit? Can I move?
I did do two of your spells because
Yeah, okay.
they're
Mhm.
cool new spells and I want you to use.
Okay. Sounds good. I will absolutely delve into this like right away. I can't think of anything else right now. I need to figure out what the hell's going on.
So essentially, you just signed a contract.
Yes.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Like now now you have no choice but to collect my USBs, bitch.
Give me them all. Oh boy. Well, this was very fun, and I
Yeah.
definitely needed this. So thank you so much
Yeah,
for
of
the session,
course.
both of you.
thought you were like talking to his character. Can you leave the church?
I know. For a second, with the hesitation after Sir, I was like, "Oh no, do I need to speak?"
Right? Haunted basement.
Basement's haunted.
Yeah. Basement's cock shotgun. I just keep imagining like making direct eye contact with somebody when you're carrying somebody who's the exact same person but dressed different. Fuck.
Because you know.
Yeah, make sure that your mic works.
Yeah, I just did, Lexi.
Okay. Well, just making sure.
Oh, you already added my tattoo for me, or maybe I did that. I can't. My
I
brain.
did. I did.
Yeah,
I went through and
thank you.
added everybody's shit.
Thanks, I do appreciate that.
It's
Good old
also
DM.
everything is in your notes
Alrighty.
Right. Yes.
for all your augments, because I'm not gonna remember them either. So you're fucking in charge of that.
Yes.
Hi. Yeah, I know what augments are.
It's just the extra shit you can do. Look at your fucking notes and you'll know. God damn it!
I did. You think I know these words mean?
How do you read?
How do
What is a perception?
we wouldn't have gotten the beautiful bunny hopping.
Oh my god, you still would have gotten the bunny hopping.
Yeah.
I would have found a way.
When there's a will.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say you could also call it bush diving, but that might be a little.
I mean, we don't know. I think Soul
Maybe.
would dabble in a little diving. I'm gonna stop.
Ugh.